Greetings, everybody. Amar here, and I got a request to look at the Singapore Toto 6 of 49. And this is they only have one game, and they can play online and they can pool, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know what the laws are over there. So the request was to look at chart 6 and also the games out view chart, but with the recorder I'm using, which is basically the Microsoft Game Recorder, which is just the Windows button in G. It should come up. It's automatic in Windows 10. It doesn't let me go from chart to chart, but I can go within the chart, so I can look at the bar graphs and the boxes. So I don't know what I'm going to do about shopping around for a different recorder, but we'll see. Anyway, so this is basically the graph, and by default, I only like to look at the regular numbers because you can press the button B plus, that means with the bonus. So now it shows you skips with the bonus and the regular numbers, but I figure the bonus is a bonus, so I'm just going to treat it like that. And it gets a little bit more complicated because then the drawing, since hit chart has a little B, and there are different opinions on which is better, but I feel more comfortable just looking at the um, regular balls alone without the bonus. So you can see here the number one repeated 90 times out of 3,355 games. So it's a small percentage, but that's what you're basically looking for. So the number one, it repeats a lot as a bonus ball, and you can see here the 10 also repeats a lot as a bonus ball, and this is a combined bonus and regular ball. So when I remove the bonus and look at just the balls, you can go to hit the B minus, and you can see the 90 change to a 60 here. So this I would print out and I would mark it with the best skips for each number. Now this actually can be sorted. So let's say if I click on the 0 at the top here, it should be defaulted from best to worst. So I have to click on it twice. And now you can see that the 9 is the best repeating number. So it repeated 80 times. So anytime the 9 is drawn, you will consider it to repeat, right? And you can see the 28 is the next best number, and then the 10. So you should get to know the best repeating numbers very intimately, and that would be with cross-referencing with chart 4B, which I can't show here, but I'll probably do a separate video later within Excel, because I can take a snipping and then put it in, and I can go from chart to chart. But I want to take a look at Texas because that I actually have some advanced charts, and plus I have an Excel chart already made for Texas because I was playing that. And I may put the data for Singapore into the Excel also to take a look and show you what I'm seeing overall. So if this is printed out, you would mark it. Now you could print it out sorted like this. So you can see the 0 is the best. And also you can then sort with the 1. You can see the best number hitting with the 1. But basically take a little time, and I would like just mark the best skippers just to have this, just one hard copy. It should last for a while. But the chart that I really use, oh, and then if you click on the number here, it should resort. And you can do the same thing also with the skips. You can see by 0, 1, 2, so you can see which is the best skipping number, and that way you can see easily which number you might want to play, right? So 0, you can see, all right, what's the biggest number here? 72, and that's because the 10. So the 10 you like to repeat, 69, and down here is the average, which is 54. Now, just because it's a smart pick for repeating, or you pick the best number to repeat, doesn't mean it's going to repeat. But in my experience, certainly you want to keep those in your wheel, and that's what Gail says in the book. But here, if by sorting by the skip, you can just go down and you say, all right, that's one way to maybe go a little faster. You can see which is the best, because then you get a comparison. You can see here that for skip 1, no, I'm sorry, this is skip 4. So here's skip 4. For skip 4, the number 31 has hit 70 times at skip 1, whereas the number 48 has only hit 12 times at skip 1. So you would want to put the 31 in your wheel more than the 48. However, sometimes you have two same skips occurring at the same time. So you might want to put, let's say, the 70, or depending on if the 48 is having a trend reversal, you might want to play it regardless of whether or not it's over here with the 12. Now something looks wrong here because this is 4. Right, well, I guess this doesn't really matter, I think. All right, let me see. Look at, oh, this is the 48. You know what it is? You know why? Because they changed the matrix from 45 numbers to 48. So that's why it's so low. So you want to keep that into consideration. So, all right, so let me see. So let's consider these two, the 14 and the 31. So the 38, even though it only has 38 skips at skip 4, right? Oh, no, it's over here. Fuck. Okay. Shit, I've never actually filtered by this over here. So if I confuse you, I'm sorry. Actually, it's the first time I did that. So if you filter by here, right? So here's the 0, here's the 1, here's the skip 2, here's the skip 3, and here's the skip 4. Okay, so here's the 4. I should be looking over here. So it's highlighted in blue to help you to notice. So you can see the 48 has only hit 6 times, where the 14 has hit 24 times, but the 31 has hit a lot more than the 14. And you can see here it has the smart pick. So the smart picks is supposed to make it easier, and to use a scoreboard, you would look at the smart picks, but after you run all the charts, you have like 50 numbers smart picked, you know. So, but the smart pick on this particular chart is more according to percentages, because here this is 37, and so the average here looks like a 32, I think. So if you're above the average, generally it's a smart pick. Below the average, it's not a smart pick. So if you're one below the average, it's not smart picked, but one off the average is not a large difference. So you could consider it. Also based on whether or not the 14, let's say, is having a trend reversal. So I'll have to snip this out and put this into Excel so that I can cross-reference this chart with chart 4. Because basically chart 4 is the money chart, and this chart is like a cross-reference and says, okay, is it having a trend reversal? Is it coming in? Is the number going out? All right, so let's look at the bar charts because I like those. So if you go to 6A, still keeping with the bonus, and you see the 1 here is at 60. Now if you press the with plus the bonus, it jumps to 90. But I'm going to stick without the bonus because that's just what I've normally like to do. Some people like to do it differently. So it's basically a matter of preference. And that dude from Belgium who doesn't like it when I mention his name, he always says, yes, use the bonus. The bonus, it works. It's very good work. And so, but he does it in Excel, and he does SQL, and yeah. So, okay, so you have these up and down arrows. So if you look at number 1, it tells you here, it has a number sign here, which should be an S for skip. So S5 for skip 5, because it's not a number 5. So that is could be a little confusing. So you can see here 25, and it doesn't tell you anything about smart picks. But here's also a little information here. I would think also you could have, let's say, in this box, the last 10 hits of the 4B, so you could see how many dormant periods, and you can get an idea of the trend here. I may suggest that to Joe, but anyway, that's just an idea I had. And then it tells you the lotto number, median skips, average. I can't see the little recorder boxes on it. Longest skip, last skip, hits. Oh, and that was the other thing. If you look at the skip and hit chart, you can see the maximum skips. Like for here, the number 6 has gone to skip 57. So that's what I meant about chasing a long shot. You don't know how long it's going to go, and it can go a very long time. So, and here's another one, 58, 58. So consider if you have a skip of 58, and if you have 2 draws per week, right? That's almost, well, it's a long time. It's like, I'm doing it in my head, and I can't do math in my head very well, so sorry about that. But figure, so 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 is a month. So if you go, whatever, it might be half a year, I guess. So 6 months, you might be chasing a number like that if you're chasing a long skip. So if you go to the individual number graph, you can see here it's gone to 38, and then you go to 2, and here you can see skip 1. Usually I do this pretty fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here you can see 8 likes to skip it, skip 1, right? And she says you like to, you want to play the ones with the higher skips. Of course, the most difficult skips to predict are like 7, 8, and 9, and 10 through 13. And then, of course, these are very hard. Now, if you go to 9, you can see it's repeated 80 times for number 9. And here it's at skip 3. Now, she would say don't play it because, you want to play it here. But I like to do, when I'm playing, I always look for a hot skip. So I look for 0, 1, 2, or 3. So you may play it in lieu of it not, being a high peak based on if it's coming off of a long skip. And let's see, what else? 9, so 10. 10 also likes to repeat. 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, so here you can see here, the skip 3, it's high up here. So you definitely want to play it here, right? And let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So now here, like a long shot. Now generally I don't like to play long shots, but you might consider the number 18 as a long shot, okay? Because its longest skip is 32. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawings where you hope that it comes in, thinking that the number is going to have a long-term symmetry. So that's one way. And you can see it hits a lot at 27. Now, you may want to play it at 26 depending on what the previous skip was. So let's say the previous skip was 25 and now it's 26. You would say, yeah, I'll play it because it's symmetry. So let's see, go to 19. That's skip 1. Now, the sum of the skips is important because generally, if you add up all the skips for the number, you're going to get a certain average. The average, I don't know what it is here. Let's say it's 30. So, no, let's say it's 40. So if you have too many low skips in your wheel, right? Not enough long skips, or not enough, let's say 9, 10, or 11, 12. Because really, you want to filter your skips, right? Of course, you get into the habit of chasing long shots, and really long shots, these are exhaustions. So I consider these like long shots, and these would be exhaustions. And over here is like a little gold area, which I call, and these would be intermediate, 7, 8, or 9. So I would kind of try to draw the line at around let's say skip 15. You don't want to go past skip 15 because these skips occur more, and these skips will occur in flags, which might mean you need to track these skips individually on paper to see the flags, because that's what I do in Excel. So sometimes the number 14 will go into a flag. So every 5 drawings, you'll have the skip 14 will come out, and so you'll kind of weigh that skip a little bit more or better. Now skip 10 would also goes into a flag, so you want to keep track of that, right? It's like if you make a separate drawing that says hinge chart for just skip 10, it'll go into a flag, and it'll also have dormant periods. So you might have like 4 dormant periods before skip 10 gets hot. But that's very hard to determine just by looking at this, and that's why I do it in Excel. But it takes a little bit more time in Excel because it's not it's not manually done. However, I have recorded some macros to make it a little faster. But the problem is that you have to think out the macro. So sometimes you'll have to sit down and you have to write down and plan it out, and you have to get all of the cells aligned and all the rows aligned and everything else. Apologize for that noise. It's the rain on the sun window. So let's see, what do we got here? Alright, so let's keep on going. 20, 21, 22, 23. And you can see the little thing jumps. So you can, maybe take 5-10 minutes to do this every drawing to see. Here's another one. This is what, number 27, repeat 50. So 54 times to repeat. So it's a top bar here, but you can see it's a big difference from the number 9, which was up here at 80. And I'm just going to wrap this up pretty fast because I don't want to go past 20 minutes. The memory is pretty high on the recording. So this must be almost at like 2-3 gigs already. Let's see. So let's just go here. We'll go all the way to 45. Now it looks like there might have been 2 matrix changes because you can see how the curve. Here's number 36. It likes to skip a lot. Skip 2, so you would put that in your wheel. Alright, maybe not. Maybe the 45 just didn't come out a lot, but it could have been a separate matrix change. But here, after 45, you can see there was definitely a matrix change here at 46. So, and I would filter out, and it's a very hard thing to do. They add numbers, and you want to start playing them. You want to look because they're going to come out. But you may just not play any numbers higher than 45, and one, because there's more data in the skip chart, unless you see a trend with a higher number. Like you can see the 47 went all the way to 50, 48, 49, and that's it. So that's basically it regarding this chart. So here I would play skip 10s, but definitely you want to get like a graph paper. I have a graph paper. It's a Tara paper. It's really tiny graph paper. I'm looking at all my variables. So you may want to do that just to get a little advanced picture. And let me know if there's a particular number that you like maybe your birthday number. I can make a custom chart, and I can show you. I can do like a 4A or a 4B, which I wrapped with a macro, and I can format it. So you can get an idea of how many dormant periods are going to occur. Because, you see, when a number is cold, it's going to be having long skips. You might have 10, 15, 17. But then when it's in a flag, it's going to have hotter skips, 0, 1, 2, 5. And the hardest skips, the skips you really want to master, I would say 7 through 10. Because often you won't get a skip higher than 10. And in Excel, I can make a custom skip chart to show that for any game, basically. And thankfully, I'm not advanced enough to calculate the skips using my Excel chart. If that's advanced, I'll have to take a course or something to figure out how to do that. But if I export from Advantage Gold, I can then do it easy in Excel. So I may do that. So just let me know. Give me your feedback. I'll probably do a separate video in Excel making a snipping of this, and maybe just looking at Oh, and also this little box here. Here you see this number. If you click on it, you get a little drop down or a pop up. It says pick a number. So here's 39. You can't see it unfortunately with this screen recorder. So here you can see 39, the number. And then if you go to, if I click on the number 1, well, let's click on 9 because it has the most repeats. Click on 9, boom, you can see 9 changed here, and now it's 80. The only thing is that if you hit the down arrow, it won't go to 8. It'll go back to the number I was at, which was what, 47, 46, 38. All right, so, and then you can keep going down. So if you look at number 9, you definitely want to play it when it comes out. So that's something you want to know beforehand. Right? You want to know that it's a good repeater beforehand and kind of commit that to memory if you're a serious player. And also, let me see, what else was a repeater? Let's go back to the skip and hit chart. We'll sort rather by games out. And you can see, okay, so the 10 is a repeater. So did I go the wrong way? The 10, and let's look at the 10 and the 12. So we'll go back to the individual number graph. We'll hit the down arrow, go all the way to 10. Let's go to 12. So the 12 has repeated 69 times. You want to put that in your wheel. And then the 10 is repeated 72 times, so you would also put that in your wheel. And also, you also want to know intimately the first position and second position number repeating, because they generally always repeat. And then when they repeat, the numbers usually come in more kind of organized, so come in more adjacents and stuff like that. But I'll have to do a separate video on that. Anyway, questions, comments, any requests for other states, I'll probably do a separate video with chart 4B because that's probably the best chart, and maybe do some snipping. So we'll see how it goes. Good luck. Again, thanks for watching and happy number hunting.